Hello everyone, most intros are in fact trash, so let's just get straight into the review. Upgrade is a movie starring discount Joel Edgerton, who lives in a discount Blade Runner setting, and the movie follows a discount John Wick style of plot. I may be the only person who thinks he looks like Joel Edgerton, but I do not give a single flying fuck. After Joel Edgerton sells a car to a billionaire playboy philanthropist, he and his wife are mugged, and just like Batman, Joel has only two things left: repressed feelings of depression, and a drive to kill everyone involved with the mugging. Joel, after the attack, receives an upgrade in order to enact his revenge on the people involved. This upgrade basically turns him into the Winter Soldier, but the little fucking computer that was put inside him speaks to him and can control his body with his command. Then the movie follows a pretty standard revenge plot, sorta. This review will be spoiler free, so don't get your dick in a twist. So I'm going to be breaking my reviews down into a few separate categories that are fucking integral to making a half-decent film. First off, character. Second off, narrative, and lastly, visuals and audio. Can character and narrative be combined into one category? Probably. Am I going to do it? Let's talk character, and I want to start off with the characters in this world and how well the actors portray those characters. Our main character, Gray Tracy, has a pretty decent character. He likes cars, has a bit of subtle nuance, and wants some good old-fashioned revenge. But what elevates his character to be really interesting is the performance. It's very reminiscent of Rey from The Force Awakens, and how her very okay character was interesting to watch due to Daisy Ridley's performance. Just to give credit for his fantastic performance, discount Joel Edgerton's real name is Logan Marshall Green, and he deserves as much praise as I can give him. All the rest of the characters are pretty fine. They aren't a big focus of the movie. The main villains of the movie have somewhat interesting characters with interesting motivations. The highlight is the villain known as Fisk, who's pretty much a racist. It's some good shit. I mean, him being racist isn't good shit. I just mean like it's a good aspect of his character. I'll be real honest, the performances in this movie are all around pretty fucking great though. This will be the most important part on whether you will love this movie or be saying fuck you as the credits roll. The narrative is a little bit of a fucking mess, and I kinda loved it, and the movie has a nice blend of taking itself seriously at times and at other times realizing it's a Venom ripoff. Also, fuck you, Jeremy Jahns. I thought of that in the theater, so I get to make the analogy as well. But the third act of the movie becomes a bit convoluted. Although I would say it's ultimately a narrative you wouldn't want to throw off about in like a deformed child, I think this is a narrative you'll appreciate more on a rewatch. Also, try not to read anything on the plot before you go in, or watch any trailers. Just fucking watch the movie, you'll have a better time with it. Pacing-wise, the movie's pretty decent. Normally I don't think this way, but the movie almost needs more exposition, more character building in the first act. This movie would benefit from an extra 15 to 20 minutes of runtime. They really rush into it like my dad's second marriage, and safe to say that didn't work out. The movie, in terms of tone, handles jumping back and forth between comedy and drama extremely well. I didn't ever feel like suffocating myself with a plastic bag whenever the movie switched from joke to dramatic sequence. Also gotta say, the movie isn't a comedy, but Upgrade is chock full of funny bits of dialogue. You aren't getting any Black Panther what are those jokes. In fact, most of the dialogue isn't an utter fucking cringe fest like most action movies. I'm really big on visuals. If you don't have good visuals, don't make a fucking movie. Make a podcast. Safe to say this movie has some incredible fucking visuals though, and maybe some of the best of the year. And I've seen Unsane, Annihilation, and Game Night. That last movie wasn't a joke. Game Night has some great visuals. Go see Game Night, please. The lighting of this movie is really great and knows how to use darkness effectively. Looking at you, Solo, you dark piece of shit. The camera work / cinematography is so far the best of the year, and I don't say that lightly. For movie fans that really like that sort of shit like me, I won't spoil too much, but whenever the computer takes over for the main character, it's fucking gorgeous. Another great thing about the camera work is specifically during action scenes. Whenever you film an action scene, you need to show us the actual fucking action. In Upgrade, you can see everything happening. There isn't many, if any, cuts at all during these sequences. You can tell a lot of time and care was put into choreographing these fight scenes. The fight scenes are some of the best parts in the movie. They handle the lighting, the cinematography, and color as well as any film has in the past few years. Tension is a big thing for me, especially in action scenes, and the director had his thumb long enough out of his ass to make sure our hero was in danger, so we weren't just watching boring and beautiful action scenes. Like Black Panther, who's virtually invincible with the suit. There's no tension, it's boring. You know how people go and watch clips of the John Wick fight scenes on YouTube over and over again? That'll happen with this movie. Last thing in terms of visuals that I want to hit upon is the backdrop for this movie. Upgrade handles all the future shit fantastically. It's all real interesting to look at, it's got a lot of nice style, and it looks better than most fucking Marvel movies on a reported $3 to $5 million budget. Audio-wise, there's nothing really remarkable about the movie, either good or bad. The sound effects are pretty decent, with nothing ever jumping out to me as fantastic or horrendous. The only notable piece of music I liked was a bit before the main character received his implant and he stared into the distance. That was pretty good, but nothing else really jumped out to me. All in all, the movie's really fucking fantastic with a lot of great elements despite my few minor narrative problems. I'd give this movie a solid 8 out of 10. I'd recommend this movie to someone that can appreciate a narrative that takes itself semi-seriously, and to anyone who likes John Wick even remotely. Thanks for watching. I have some social media on the screen. Subscribe, hit the bell, see you later.